What is up, RX fam? Today we're going to be showing my favorite survivor builds of all time for every skill rank, going from beginner to novice player to daily player and finally to master looper. Not to mention, I am also making the builds based off of skill to unlock ratio so that if you're a beginner player, you don't need every DLC. I'm also going to have every build timestamp below, so feel free to skip through. Starting off, we're going to have beginner player. So starting off with our beginner build, there are 3 base characters you're going to want to prestige. The first survivor you want to prestige is Bill. Bill has a great beginner perk called Unbreakable, which allows you to revive yourself if the killer doesn't hook you, but only works 1 time per game. Now when you're a beginner, the killer often forgets to hook you and chases another player, which is why I recommend it as a great beginner perk. The next survivor you're going to want to prestige is Meg Thomas. She has 2 really good beginner perks called Sprint Burst and Adrenaline. Now what Sprint Burst does is whenever you sprint, you spread out 150% of your normal running speed for 3 seconds, and it has a 40-second cooldown. But what Adrenaline does is whenever the last generator is powered, you instantly heal and sprint for 150% speed for 3 seconds. Now you could pick between these 2 perks, but I personally would go with Adrenaline. Now our final survivor that we're going to be prestiging is Kate Denson. Kate Denson has my favorite perk of all time, Windows of Opportunity, but the reason why Kate Denson is the last survivor we're going to be prestiging is you'll have to buy her with iridescent shards, which you'll earn enough after prestiging the first 2 characters. Windows of Opportunity reveals all pallets and breakable walls and vault locations within 32 meters, which is really overpowered when looping the killer or trying to escape. So now let's get off to the build. Alright, so starting off with our actual beginner build, we are going with Unbreakable. You already know what that does, I explained it. Adrenaline, same thing, you already know what that does, I explained it. Resilience, I did not explain this one. Basically, it grants you 9% speed in everything whenever you are injured, which you are probably going to be injured, you're a beginner. It's a great beginner perk. And Windows of Opportunity, I already explained this one. This is probably the best beginner build possible. Now for your offering, you're going to want any escape cakes that you got in your skill tree, because it grants you 100% blood point bonus and it's going to help you get more blood points. Now with items, everybody runs flashlight. I would go with the worn out toolbox or any toolbox, maybe a med kit, because you're just not at that skill level yet to flash play. So yeah, this is the basic beginner build I would go with. And now we're moving on to our novice build. Alright, so now we are on the novice build. So starting off, there are only 2 perks that we're replacing, Adrenaline and Unbreakable. The reason we're getting rid of Unbreakable is because you've gained a little bit of skill, so therefore your teammates have. You're not getting knocked 24/7 and your teammates can either heal you or flash save you, but your awareness of the game is still not that good. So we're going to be replacing that with Kindred. What Kindred does is that whenever you're hooked, the killer's aura is revealed to you and all other survivors, which will help you understand the game better and the common positioning of killers better. And the reason that we're replacing Adrenaline is that you have grown used to repairing and doing actions while injured because you have 9% speed boost with Resilience. So we are replacing that with Dark Sense. Whenever you finish a gen, it shows the killer's aura for 24-meter radius, which will tell you which direction you need to go and which the next gen is you need to work on. And the last 2 perks we are keeping from the last build is Resilience and Windows of Opportunity. For the offering, we are keeping Escape Cake. You still need blood points, and you probably don't have a Tiramisu or Screech Cobblers, so just leave that as Escape Cake. And for your item, you're going to want a Sport Flashlight. And the reason for using a Sport Flashlight instead of a normal flashlight is that you're still a novice player and learning how to use a flashlight. If you're going to waste a flashlight, waste the Sport ones. So that's our novice build. Let's move on to our daily player build. Alright, so now we're on to our daily build. Y'all probably have some skin in the game and know what y'all are doing, so this is going to be a basic everyday build that's consistent and solid. So starting off, we have Windows of Opportunity. Y'all already know what that does. Everybody knows what this does. Best perk in the game. Next is Made for This. This is a Gabriel Soma perk. It is a DLC perk. Whenever you heal a survivor, you gain endurance for 10 seconds, and whenever you're damaged, you run 3% faster. Next up is Hope. Whenever the exit gates are powered, you gain 7% haste effect, and it's a pretty good clutch perk. Next is Resilience. Everybody knows what Resilience does. You get 9% speed for everything when injured, and the reason we have this perk combo is because Resilience goes along with Made for This, and Hope also goes along with the 2 whenever you're in endgame. And for our offering, we are going to go for Tiramisu. If you're a daily player, you probably have Tiramisu's, but if you don't, just run Escape Cakes. Simple as that. And for our item, we are running any event flashlight. See, as you can see, I have 103 of them, right? They are the exact same as every other flashlight, except you probably have a lot of them. But if not, you can run the normal flashlight. So that's basically it for the everyday build. Pretty solid daily build. So now let's get into our master looper build. Alright, so now we're on to our master looper build. right? This is my favorite build of all time. This is the one I run every single day. The only thing we are changing from the last build is we are changing Hope to Finesse. So our build rotation is going to be Windows of Opportunity, Made for This, Finesse, and Resilience. Now, if you're a Master Looper, I don't need to explain what all these do. You already know what they do. Both of these require DLCs. Windows of Opportunity and Resilience are both free perks. Our offering is going to be Tiramisu's. If you're a Master Looper, I know for a fact you have Tiramisu's or a Screech Cobbler. Next up, we are going with the Masquerade flashlights or any event flashlights. You probably have tons of them, just like the last build. These are the two we're rocking. If you agree or disagree with any of my builds, let me know in the comments. I already know I'm about to get a bunch of hate, but this is all my personal opinion. I think they're really great builds, and this is the builds that I followed all throughout me playing DBD. If you love the video, make sure to comment, subscribe, and leave a like. Thank you very much for watching. I very appreciate it. See y'all later.